Hey, how you doing? So with this video, I want to make the auctioning portion of TradeSkillMaster accessible to everyone. So I want to keep everything really simple. I want noobs to be able to get into semi-automatizing, is that the word? TradeSkillMaster for posting stuff up on the auction house and also canceling auctions. I will try to keep it as simple as possible. Let me know if I fail at doing that, if I am being too bad at explaining things or making it too complicated. Let's see how it goes. So, open up TradeSkillMaster and go to groups. That's what we need to get done first. So, we have a few items on our bags right now. And we need to separate them into groups because we want to be posting them differently up on the auction house. And some of them we actually don't want to be posting. That's just for the purpose of the video, so it's easy to explain. So first thing, we are at base group. I want you to select operations, and I want you to get rid of all of this. So what operations are? It's commands. They are commands that you are giving TradeSkillMaster. So now we are giving no commands to TradeSkillMaster by default, which is what we want to do. And now we want to create an actual group. Let's call it Shadowlands, and because we are only playing Shadowlands. There you go. And then we create another group. And then now what we want to do? Well, I want to post skinning stuff separately. So we will select the skins, the desert leather, and shove it in there. There you go. And now we want to also be posting the bars. Let's call it bars. Shadow casting it. Then we get that in there. There you go. Now, we need to tell TradeSkillMaster what to do with the items that we've just grouped. Now, let's start with shadow casting it. No operations. Let's make one. So we go over to auction operations, which is what we are gonna get into today. We have the default one. We don't want to use that, so we are gonna create our own. So let's say we want to post actually five maximum shadow gas ingots. So we have let's rename the operation first, so that everything is easier to navigate. We have the option to change the auctioning duration. I like 24. I think it's really nice. Then the post cap is already at 5, so we don't have to touch that. Amount kept in bags doesn't matter. We will not get into that. Now, posting price, really important. Also the most complicated part. So I hope I don't lose anyone here. Set bid as percentage, doesn't matter. We want 100%. We don't want to deal with bids. Undercut amount, 0. Don't undercut, really. This is good. Now, this is actually the complicated part. So this is a set of different things that we are telling TradeSkillMaster to do. We are not going to be using the default ones like we are seeing right now. We are going to be using different ones. Now, let me show you something, and please don't be scared. Okay, so I've made a Google Sheet showing you the strings I use as well for me, and the ones I would recommend people to use. I'll start by saying I did not make these strings. These strings are made by Shada. I'll type her name here for now. If you can look her stuff up. She used to make YouTube videos and stream. Unfortunately, our Goblin Queen Shada stopped, but these are her strings. I've been using them for years. They are amazing. They will not make you post for too cheap ever. I've never run into an issue with posting for too cheap. Sometimes you are gonna be posting for too much, which is fine. Let's just say it's fine, right? You are not gonna be losing gold like that. Won't be posting for too cheap. Sometimes you'll be posting for too expensive, depending if you want to configure it on how are you gonna do it. I'll show you. So I don't want to explain all of this stuff on video. it's too much, and I don't think most people would even care to listen. It's like it would be just mental hieroglyphics. I'm also not very smart when it comes to this thing, but anyway, I've broken everything down so that you can understand what each little thing does. It would take too long on the video, so I prefer to give you the Google Sheet. I will make it available on the description and you can consult it there. But what I'll say is that they are amazing and will not screw you up. They've never screwed me up. So we can do it one of two different ways. So we can go back to the Google Sheet and we can go over here, select the whole thing. This is the minimum price. We could go right there and do a copy paste to the minimum price here and do the same thing for the other two, like the maximum price as well. And then you would do the same thing for the normal price. But I don't like that. That's not going to be efficient the more you play around with TradeSkillMaster. So if you want to keep it really simple, you can do that. Or if you want to do it the more efficient way, you come over here to settings, custom sources, and don't be scared, you're not going to be using all of this. You would add a new source here, call it Shamin. Please use the exact name. Use Shamin. I already have Shamin, so we would have to use something else like ASD. I've actually made this video before, so ASDF. I was muted all along. Okay, so there you go. This is actually the wrong one. I'm copying the wrong one. This is actually the Shay Max ASD one. So just do Shay Max as it is right there. Copy the thing. Shay Norm. Copy the thing. Shay Min. Copy the thing. And do the same thing for these as well. Now, we go back there. This is, I'm assuming you've done that already. So now we go back to operations. Go back to the operation we were at. And now we want to select whatever is at minimum price. And we just replace that with Shay Min. Done. This is going to be much simpler long term as you play around more with TradeSkillMaster. We do Shay Max for the maximum price and Shay Norm for the normal price. Minimum price, very self-explanatory, the maximum price as well. Normal price is what you are going to be falling back to when there is no other price, or maybe if you tell it to go back to the normal price if it's too expensive or too cheap, for example. I don't do that. When below minimum, I do post at minimum, and when above maximum, I post at maximum. Now, why I do this, the minimum price specifically, is I'm spending gold on posting on the auction house to have inventory space. Now, I have thousands upon thousands of auctions. That means I have many items. If I never posted when stuff was below minimum, I would have a massive problem with inventory space and logistics. So I post everything. I spend a little bit of gold to keep everything up on the auction house and actually have room in my bags in bank and guild bank and all of that. I would get everything filled up if I didn't do this. You may want to do it differently. You can do don't post items if I don't have that many and you don't have inventory problems. You can also keep it simple, post at minimum. That also works. Most things will not be too expensive. So I would say you don't really have to worry about it. You can do this. But if you prefer to actually save as much as possible, don't post. It's up to you. So now we've completed this operation. This is going to be for the shadow gas ingot. We go back to bars and we go to operations and override parent operations, add more operations and select 5. And that's it. We are ready to post the shadow gas ingot. But we want to do it differently for the desolate leather. How much do we have in our bags? A whole bunch. So let's say we want another operation for the desolate leather. Let's create a new one. Let's do, let's say we want to post 2000 of desolate leather. So we'll call it 2000. Post cap of 2000. We have to change that one. Now, if you are only using skinning and you don't have leather working for this specific example, you can just do shaman again and replicate what we did before. Now, if you have leather working, I'm gonna be trying to explain this as simply as possible. Uh, Sometimes, like for example, heavy desolate leather, you can craft it, right? Uh, Sometimes the price difference between heavy desolate leather um, or the crafting cost and the the actual price up on the auction house is going to be different. And if you just use shaman, I explain it on the Google sheet, by the way. It's you are always going to be posting for too much and you won't be able to sell it. So if you do have leather working, you may want to do shaman mats. If you only have skinning, if you're only a gatherer, don't even worry, just do shaman. It's totally fine. It's not going to be a problem for you. But I do have leather working. I have all of the professions actually. So I need to do shaman mats if I want to be selling heavy desolate leather or heavy callous hide properly. Sometimes it screws up, sometimes it doesn't. So I would have to do Shay Max mats here and Shay Norm mats. Again, I explain everything in the Google Sheet. I don't want to make it too complicated for the video. Same thing, post at minimum. That's how I like to do it. And that's it for creating the operation. We go back to skinning, override, and add 2000. And that's it. Now, what's going to happen if we come up to the auction house? We are going to be posting the shadow gas ingot for 50 maximum. I used to have 50 before I recorded the video before and was muted, sorry. And I used to have more than just desolate leather, but it's already all posted. So we go to the auction house. We have the groups assigned here already automatically, and all we have to do is run a post scan. As you see, it's return the price, a proper price, considering all of those strings for the shadow gas ingot and the desolate ladder. Again, we have more in our bags, but we didn't group them, so it's not going to be posted or looked for at all. So we just have to press post. Done. That's it. Now, that's it for auctioning and making groups. Now, let's say we were undercut, maybe. We want to see if we were undercut and we want to remain the cheapest on the auction house. So we run a cancel scan. I've undercut myself. Apparently, that's probably because someone posted ahead of me from the previous video. Yeah, so yeah, I've been undercut, including by myself now. So we just go over here and cancel. We go back to the mailbox and we get that bad boy. Now we go over here and post scan again. That's it. That's everything. Oh, not true. I didn't show you a portion. You kind of don't even need to know about it, but you have a canceling button here. You can customize how you cancel things. I found that the default is really good. I've never played around with this. It's really good, so I use the default. And that's it. That's everything you really need to know. I will be showing you, however, my own groups. Profile 2.0. So this is how I've separated everything so far for Shadowlands. It's pretty much completely ready. Probably, maybe, I don't know. So let me collapse everything. Okay, these are the big subgroups for the Shadowlands stuff I've been using. I have all of the professions, so I have to separate everything for the 9 crafting professions. There are 12 in total, 9 are crafting, including cooking. I have the materials section separated for everything because of mailing purposes and shopping purposes. Then we have different crafting operations for different sections, for different professions. This is why I don't want to just shove everything in one big group, even though I'm pretty much only using the 2000 operation. I I could have just shown you how to do one, but I thought it was more interesting to show you how to do multiple different operations. I think that would be more helpful. But for this video, that's it. I don't want to show you crafting or mailing or anything like that right now. I want to keep it simple. I want to keep it digestible. So let me know how I did. Let me know if something was not clear enough. Let me know if I didn't show enough. Again, the Google Sheet is going to be on the description to the video. This is too complicated to explain in video format, I think. And I think most people would not even care. So you can go read that. Um, that's going to be it. This is the first part to the lessons for TradeSkillMaster. It's going to be accessible to noobs for a while, and then I will be going deeper into more complicated stuff. But for now, it's all going to be noob friendly. So make sure to subscribe to keep up with everything I'm going to be posting. Let me know what you think. I love you. Merry Christmas. I hope you have a wonderful year. Bye.